So, the narrative you've just heard is about what the gospel wishes to tell us, but actually it reflects a common experience of people living now and living then, namely the facing of uncertainty. It's pretty relevant at the moment. Uncertain they were of their safety, uncertain of their future, uncertain of their assumptions, I think, as to what they had constructed as a meaningful future, a spiritual future that they thought of, and also a sense of defeat, where power was assigned to others. This uncertainty, of course, is part of our human experience. We've always had to adapt to it as a species, and strangely enough, it occupies two different parts of the brain, that part that processes threat and that part which deals with the actual uncertainties itself. And it's quite hard and complex. A lot of studies have been on people who experience unreasonable uncertainty. So people who have obsessive and compulsive troubles and always have to check their gas taps and their locks and so on. We're learning a lot about it, but it's extremely complex. Part of the scenario, of course, is that it's the case that we all have to have some sorts of certainty. Even atheists have now been shown to have quite complex beliefs that help them with uncertainty. You'll believe anything that takes away your fear. I'm sorry, this is just psychology, isn't it? So, in this reading you've heard a lot of things that are very strange. They're evidence of the paranormal nature of things. It's worth rereading, even making a list, catalogue it, walking through matter, appearing in different places, different times, crossing dimensions, disappearing in full and multiple sight. This isn't just an ordinary body like it's been wound up by clockwork. It's something quite different. And they did with it what you and I need to do, which is to know and to tell. That's it, to know and to tell that all that we see and learn about the world is transformable. At one level, people don't need to spend half of all the world's wealth on weapons. That's transformable. And at another level, there's a hint that the material, solid universe which we inhabit, the very fabric which kicks us off in our lives, is also transformable into something more and wholly different to what our basic earthly nature assumes. And I've spelt holy there, if you read this as well, not W-H-O-L-L-Y, but H-O-L-Y. So it's like saying that what we need to know and tell is that there's something more, something better, something bigger, and that we are part of something bigger, much bigger than we can see and know. So trustworthy comradeship, poetry, reading, study, music, prayer, silence, kindness, they help us in this. Of those, I offer you today music. Music reaches parts of the brain that words don't get to. And a lovely piece, if you're interested and can access YouTube, is Arvo Pärt's Alleluia. We're going to have an Alleluia in your service just now. And this is a wonderful piece of music which speaks about you're almost transformed as you listen to it. And it also has deep tones. We know from research that deep tones affect us more and give us a better experience of the newness, the sense of holiness that pervades throughout the world, which you can't see, but you believe is there. And with that music, I pray that you can get Jesus to bring you closer to experience the transformation that overcame the disciples, the transformation of the hardnesses of the world and of the cruel, unrelenting, dispassionate coldnesses of time itself. Thank you for listening.